Hello everybody, today we are going to do a test which is revision and progress test. That should be book number 10, which is in level 5. So you can take it out because we are going to do some revision. Alright, so our revision our revision is divided to 4 parts, I guess. Is it 4 parts? Yeah, the vocabulary, focus, the reading strategy, the writing strategy, and grammar focus. So let's get started with the vocabulary first. So here are some vocabularies that we have learned in unit 6 and 8, lesson 6 and 8. Lesson 6 was about games, and lesson 8 was about past and present, if you remember. So here we have the vocabulary across, which is an adverb. Remember to spell A-C-R-O-S-S. And next one is at the side of, at the side of. So how do we spell? A-T, at, space T-H-E, space S-I-D-E, space oof. Okay, O-F. Next one, beside, beside. Alright, beside is spelled as B-E-S-I-D-E. These two are prepositions. Next, comics. Comics is spelled as C-O-M-I-C-S. Next one, gymnastics. Gymnastics, which is spelled as G-Y-M-N-A-S-T-I-C-S. Next, in front of, which is a preposition as well. Next one, in the middle of. Okay, in the middle of. I-N-T-H-E, or middle, M-I-D-D-L-E, of. Next, past. Past. Shout. Shout. Okay? Next, alright, candle. Candle. Candle is spelled as C-A-N-D-L-E. Next one is carriage. That is C-A-R-R-I-A-G-E. Next one, computer. C-O-M-P-U-T-E-R. The following one, cooker, which is spelled as C-O-O-K-E-R. Cooker. Next one, electric light. Electric light. E-L-E-C-T-R-I-C. L-I-G-H-T. Next, horse. Horse. H-O-R-S-E. Next, microwave. Microwave, which is M-I-C-R-O-W-A-V-E. Next one is phone. P-H-O-N-E. Phone. Next one, theater. Theater. That is T-H-E-A-T-R-E. Next one, underground train. Underground. U-N-D-E-R-G-R-O-U-N-D, space train. T-R-A-I-N. Underground train. Now everybody look at your book page, okay, 2. So there are like some of the reading strategy that we have learned. So reading strategy, this is compound nouns. Actually, like before compound nouns, like there's one of the reading strategy that you have learned, which is called matching speech and characters, which we have learned in lesson 6. The first thing you need to do is look at the text in the speech bubbles, and then look for clues in the pictures. For example, facial expressions, body language, and behavior. And then we use pictures. You can use pictures to help you understand the words. Right. This is one of the strategy that we have learned. We can always like find speech bubbles in comics or pictures, storybooks. Matching speech to the correct characters in the story helps us understand the story. We can always find clues in the pictures that helps us understand how the speakers feel or behave. It helps us match the speech to the correct speakers. For example, you must not be late. All right, this person is telling someone how to behave. I'm not feeling well. This person may be sick. Okay, for example, are you ready? This person is asking someone a question. Who wants to play football? All right, this person is asking a group of people a question. So this is one of the reading strategy that we have learned. The second reading strategy is over here. Understanding compound nouns. So what are compound nouns? All right, we can put two words together to form a compound noun. Okay, the two words in a compound noun may be, all right, noun plus noun, adjective plus noun, verb plus noun, preposition plus noun. Okay, so let's do this exercise. For example, sky. All right, sky is a noun. Which one here is also a noun? Actually, basically, every word here is a noun. We need to match it. So sky follows scraper. It's a tall building. All right, so we join them together. S-K-Y-S-C-R-A-P-E-R. Next one, electric, light. Okay, these are compound nouns into two words. Okay, we can write some compound nouns as one word and some as two words. For example, skyscraper. Okay, one word. Okay, electric light, two words. Shopping center, two words. Underground, one word. Okay, these are called compound nouns. The first word tells us about the second word. For example, electric light, a light that runs on electricity. Underground train, a train that runs under the ground. Okay, there are many compound nouns. For example, swimming pool, shopping center, armchair, traffic light, skyscraper, train station, bathroom, footpath, many others. So this is for your reference. Yep, so we are done with the reading strategy revision. Now let's have a look on the writing strategy. So the first one is peer evaluation. So remember, what is peer evaluation? We have learned that like in lesson 7. Yeah, peer evaluation. So it's always useful to have someone look at our work. So I'm not talking about this. Actually, I'm talking about your book. I think that is on page number 3. Yeah. So I was saying that it is always useful to have someone look at our work. They can often see the good things and the mistakes more clearly. When we finish our draft, we can show it to a classmate or a friend and ask him or her for comments and suggestion. Then we can revise it before giving the final work to our teacher. All right, areas to give comments on, for example, content. Is the writing interesting? Are the ideas fun and creative? Vocabulary. Are there any spelling mistakes? Can we use better words? Sentence patterns. Are there any grammatical mistakes? Can the sentence patterns help express the ideas clearly? Organization. Is there an introduction and a conclusion? Is the body paragraph rich enough? Length of writing. Is the writing too short or too long? Which part or parts of the writing can be longer or shorter? Tone. Should the writing be fun or serious? Okay. There are some of the useful expressions that like we can use when doing peer evaluation. For example, this is very good. I like this. Good job. I think this spelling is wrong. I think there's a mistake here. It should be all right. You could make your story more exciting if you okay. So this is one of the peer evaluation. Yep. And remember, when you are, okay, reading others' work, you should be polite and not hurt their feelings. Try to give useful and positive comments, okay? Revise your work according to the comments and suggestions. The second writing strategy is using a checklist. So what is using a checklist? We use a checklist to help us remember things. We can use a checklist to help us remember what we want to say or write. We can use a checklist to help us remember what to look for when doing peer evaluation, right? Which we have learned in lesson 9. Yeah, lesson 9, which is last lesson, sorry. Yeah. For example, we can write a shopping list to help us remember what we need to buy. We put things into our trolley. We can put a tick next to the item on the shopping list. For example, bread, jam, juice, orange, milk, apples, and so on. We can use a checklist to help us remember what we want to say or write. For example, I want to write about my hobbies. All right, so I need to say, oh, what do I play? What do I like to play? Okay. Who do I play with? For example, play with friends or parents. All right. For example, play badminton. Okay. And my opinion. For example, oh, it's very interesting. Okay. And we can also use a checklist to help us remember what to look for when doing peer evaluation. Content, vocabulary, sentence patterns, organization, length, or tone. Okay. So that's all for the reading and writing strategy. Remember to use them in your reading and writing as well. Now let's have a look on the grammar focus. Alright, so here are some of the grammar items that we have learned. Do you remember the following grammar items like you learned in lesson 7 and lesson 9? So in lesson 7, we have learned about modals must not, can or cannot. The negative form of must is must not or mustn't, as you wish, depends. So we use must not in formal writing. We use mustn't for informal writing, okay? We use can for formal, cannot for informal writing, okay? So the negative form of must is must not. The negative form of can is cannot. Don't separate not, okay, with can. One word, cannot. But must not are 2 words, okay? So let's get started. Number 1, you space walk slowly. You space run. You must walk slowly. You must not or mustn't run. 2, you space sleep early. You must sleep early. So do you understand when do we use must or can? So must or must not are used to tell people what they have to do or let's say when something, all right, is not allowed to do. Okay, we can use can or cannot to tell people what they may or may not do. We can also use can or cannot to talk about ability. All right, are you able to do this? Are you able to do that? Okay. 3, you space go home now. You must go home now. Here, all right, we are talking about something may happen. So you can go home now. Use space starts when I say. You can start when I say. Use space go to school. You must go to school. You must not litter. Do you know what is litter? Means like don't throw rubbish on the floor. Okay? On the ground. Remember when we use modal verbs. For example, must, can, should, shall. Okay? The verb should be in original form. Must walk. We don't add anything to the verb. No ing, no s, no es, no nothing. Okay? Run. Sleep. Go. Start. Go. Okay, litter. You can't say you must walking. You can't say you must walked. You can't say you must walks. The verb like is forever in original form. Understood? Good. Now let's have a look here. So we have learned connective and, or, but. So when do we use and or but? Actually, and or but is like on page number 4 of your booklet. So you can turn to page number 4 for that. So I was asking that when do we use and or but? And is used to join similar ideas or things that are equally important. We can also use and to connect ideas or things on a list. We use but to show difference. We use but to join two different ideas, and we use or to show choices. Or is to show choices. Remember that. In sentence with not, we use or to join the two ideas or things. We cannot say you can't touch the ball with your hand. You can't touch the ball with your hands and your body. Alright, we can say you can't touch the ball with your hands or your body. People didn't have electric lights or computers. So sentence with no or not, you can use or as well. Okay, let's get started with the exercise. Sandy is good at reading and writing. Two similar ideas. Reading, writing. You can wear trainers, sandals. Here, this person is showing choices. Right? Two different things. You can wear trainers or sandals. 3. You can run, space, walk your friends. You can run. You can run and watch your friends. You can run. You can. Which one is it? You can run and watch your friends, because run and watch are similar ideas. 4. You must not kick space, touch the ball. You must not kick or touch the ball. Sentence with not, we use or, if you remember. Next, you need 3 or more people to play. Here showing choices, 3 or more people. 6, people didn't have TVs. Space, they had books. People didn't have TV, but they had books. We use but to show difference. Peter is smart, but lazy. Smart, lazy. 2 completely different ideas. Now turn back to page number 3. All right, simple past tense. So simple past tense, all right, we have learned had, did not have, was not, were and were not, right? Remember, the negative form of had is did not have. Don't say had not. Don't say didn't had. It's did not have. This is the positive form and this is the negative form. Was not. Were not. So same thing. Depends on it is like formal writing or informal. If this informal writing, you can write the contracted form. For example, didn't have, wasn't, or weren't. So let's get started with some examples here. There's space only one shop in the town. One small shop. There was only one small shop in the town. There's space and more. There were not any malls. In some houses, there were electric lights, but most people had candles. People did not have electric cookers in their kitchens. We can use a simple past tense to talk about things in the past. All right. We use a simple past tense to talk about past events. For example, we visited Tokyo last year. We ate a lot of nice food. All right, something like that. Verb at ed, verb at ed. In past tense, we can change the verb by adding ed, or ied, or even d. Okay, just a friendly remind in the past. Alright, so that's all for the revision, everybody. Best of luck for your test. So here's the test, right? There are total 3 pages from 4 to 7. So for from page 4 to 6, like, is your comprehension, is reading comprehension. Okay, read the picture story, answer the questions on 5 and 6. Incomplete sentences for multiple choice questions. Choose the best answer by blackening the circle. So here is it. Remember to answer incomplete sentences using the writing strategy that you have learned. And also, there's a writing task. You need to write about a game that people played in the past. And a game that people play today. And alright, write about 80 to 100 words. Use the questions and hints to help you. What game did people play in the past? So here are some examples. You can use it. Okay, you can use it, or if you have like others, you can use them too. Where did people play the game? Who did they play the game with? All right. So, question with did. Remember, all right, you need to talk about what people play in the past. All right, what did like people play in the past? All right, now and then you need to talk about what game do people play nowadays. Today, what game do you like playing or why? So here are some helping questions and hints to help you. Remember to use the simple past tense to talk about games we play in the past, and use the modals must, mustn't, can, or can't, all right, to talk about the games, okay? Here you write in the past, here you write today. So that's all. Your time starts now. So that's the end of our test. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Take care and goodbye.